Hello students, my name is Alikare and I'm here to teach you nail technology. We will start off with lessons first and the introductory and your professional image. Now students, I know that we're doing an online course and it will take your full concentration and a lot of study to complete the entire course. We would also have to complete each session before we can move on to the next session. With cosmetology, it breaks down into different sections, which is nails, braid, facial, and so on. But it's still the study of cosmetology, a part of the study of cosmetology, as cosmetology is the study of hair and nails and the skin. Now let's start with your professional image. You have probably heard the expression, image is everything. It is the belief that has traditionally changed the beauty industry and fashion. Although things is not the same today, we are beginning to view image as a combination of our external appearance, how we look to the world, with who we are deep inside, or how we look to ourselves. Every one of us has an image, but the problem is that our image are not necessarily the one we hope to project. You might wish to be thought of a glamorous and sophisticated, while others actually think of you as wholesome and rather innocent. Think about the ways that people describe you. You will glue you in your own image. Your personal image may not necessarily be the same as your professional image. But in this chapter, we are concerned with the latter, meaning the image that you project to the professional world. And if you don't have it, you can learn it. Your appearance, attitude, ability, and energy create a mental picture in the mind of your clients and associates. You want to get image conjure up respect, trust, and eagerness to your knowledge, creativity, technical skill, and sense of style. Your professional image also tied into your role as a model for your clients. And do not forget that clients is coming to you to make them look good, but not just to make them look good, but to get health advice and cosmetic advice. And however, if the clients think that you don't look good, then they will think that you can't make them look good. So it's always best to keep yourself well groomed. Your professional image is not one single thing, rather it emerges from the interaction between the internal and the external. Your external self must not be different. You should strive for a holistic image, one that reflects your whole person. Your professional and personal lifestyle needed not to be different. However, you might act different between your spouse and your parents and also your best friend. Now, why is that? Your spouse see you behind closed door, your best friend also, and your mother or your father. But with associate peers, meaning classmates, and business, meaning your clients, and associates, meaning your people who that you might do business with, are likely to have the same type of business as you. You need to always be professional with them at all times. You also need to take in consideration how you treat people because you need the world to see you as you. So you need not to act different, as said before, from work or play. Now let's talk about the expression that you will leave on a person. Normally when you have a client, make sure that you're professional at all times. With nail technology, you will have that client with you for the entire time that you're offering he or she that service, and you will want to be professional, because once that client gets up from in front of you, they must leave with a good impression of your professional ethics, your advice to their cosmetics needs, and also their health needs. Now, regardless that you're not a doctor, but if somebody come to your salon with a fungus, you must be professional and advise them in a professional way. If they ask you about your skin, what do you use, what cream, you must advise them accordingly. Do not take away or add different things because you don't know if it works, meaning you have to be true to your words, be true to your real opinion. For instance, if you're doing a product review, give the best review that you can, meaning the honest review that you can. Always be honest about your cosmetic suggestion, because you do not want to give a suggestion or your cosmetics review and it's bad, and later on you lose that client. So if you don't know if the product works well, do not advise the clients to get it. If you have heard that the product works well, you can say that you hear that this works well. You haven't tried it before, but I don't know if you want to give it a try. Things like that. If your client asks you for personal advice, well, you're not a counselor, but you can go ahead and advise the client accordingly. Do not at any time including yourself in any conversation that requires you to give personal details about yourself. Now, let's talk about topics not to discuss. Topics not to discuss: your health, your personal affairs, your wealth, you gossip, politics, and religion. You do not discuss this topic during your salon working hours or during your service hours. Do not be argumentative. If your client agree that something is B, agree to disagree, meaning it's best to just keep quiet and let the person have their way, because the minute you start to be argumentative and manipulating the conversation, then things will get out of hand and your client may feel the need not to come back. Remember, in this business industry, it's very competitive, and all you need to do is to make sure that your client is happy and you give a good service. Always bear that in mind. Your definition of health. The word health comes from the Old English hall, meaning whole. And this is why we need a holistic self. Holistic self doesn't mean a sickness diagnosis of the body, but also with the mind. If you're going through depression, and if you're stressed, and also if you're feeling vulnerable to certain situation, it's hard to give a good service. So try not to be in the position where you find yourself depressed and your holistic lifestyle is not complementing your professional lifestyle. When you're in good health, you will be able to enjoy pleasures of life and work creatively and productively. Optimal health will increase your feelings of self-worth and will add to your wellness community in general. This chapter we will look at specific measures to promote your health and your well-being. Creating balance. Real beauty begins with health, and real beauty stays grounded with health. Good health greatly impacts your image level, your attitude, and ultimately your appearance. One of the most important factors in promoting and maintaining good health is balance. Balance can be hard to achieve in this day and age. For many of us, it can be a challenge to manage stress. But when in balance, we are able to make the right choice for ourselves and for our clients. If you consistently undermine your well-being with poor choices, you may be leading to a highly unbalanced lifestyle and putting yourself at risk for disease. Eating poorly, smoking, drinking, and lacking of sense of purpose are just some of the ways in which we create a disconnect between the mind and the body. So remember to drink adequate water, eat at the right time. Some people believe that when you snack and you eat like a whole meal, and then you start to snack all the way through to your next meal, it's eating healthy. That's not eating healthy. You need to eat your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. It is always been said that 3 meals per day is sufficient, but you can eat 3 meals per day and still be unhealthy. So it's best to start off with a healthy breakfast, fruits for lunch, and something light for dinner. However, you can take up nutrition class to tie in with your professional work, because it will help you for good health. You can continue to do your business without having any disease. Your hygiene is a daily maintenance, and when talk about hygiene, once you're doing nail technology, you'll always be sweating and always be working, and that will cause your hygiene level to break at some point during the day. So you should always make sure that there are certain sanitary practices that you follow. For instance, self-care kit. What should you have in your self-care kit? You need to have toothbrush, toothpaste, you need to have wipes, soap, and lotion. Let's elaborate on personal hygiene. In the daily maintenance of cleanliness and healthfulness through certain sanitary practices, it is customary to learn many of these principles as a child, like wash your hands, brush your teeth before and sit down at the table, and cover your face when sneeze and when coughing. For example, today, as an adult, sticking to these principles will help you maintain and project the best image. The best personal hygiene include daily bathing and showering. For men, shaving and refreshing throughout the day is necessary, and this is why you need a self-care kit. Your skin is the largest organ of the body, and with that said, you are exposed to toxin of the body, grease, and also exposed to diseases. So make sure to drink adequate water and keep yourself well groomed at all times. Let's elaborate a little on grooming. Your client will not only see you as a nail technician, but a model for their cosmetics need and fashion needs. So be careful when choosing wardrobe outfits. When doing nail technology, you're not supposed to be sleeveless, as your deodorant and your arm are not supposed to expose. Be careful of how short your skirt is, and if your skirt is very short, you can maybe wear a long work coat or a long apron. because while you're giving a pedicure, your leg will be exposed and that will not look good on you while giving a service. Always keep yourself well groomed. It is also best to get a work uniform, and that way it's easy for you to maintain your wardrobe for work. Once you start off with dressing to go to work in a fashionable way, you have to maintain it. As soon as that level of fashion drop, your client will differ and also start to question what is going on. When you start a profession and you start off well and things start to change, client will think that your service is no more good, and that's why your lifestyle start to change. So be careful how you do things and what you choose from now. Look on your budget and your expenses need. Now, however, as we talk about budget, let's look on how you keep a proper budget while doing this course. Always keep a record for everything that you buy to start the course, where you buy it, the store location, the discount you get, and the price. I'll give you an example of how to rule that out. Always keep a record of everything that you do. Thank you for enrolling in this course, and I will see you in the next lesson. A test is given at the end of this note. Please do your best, and I'm looking for a great marks. Continue to read the rest of the notes. If you should have any question, do not hesitate to contact us.